Welcome to our interactive tour of the magnificent Al-Aqsa Mosque. I'll be your guide as we explore this sacred sanctuary that holds centuries of history within its walls. As we begin, let me share something remarkable. The entire mosque complex covers an astounding 144,000 square meters, equivalent to 20 football fields. In Islamic tradition, a prayer offered here carries the blessing of 500 prayers offered elsewhere. As we approach the Dome of the Rock, you'll notice a series of stairs topped by ceremonial arches called bawaiq. Let me direct your attention to the small, simple rooms on either side. These structures, known as khalwat or retreats, were built during the Ottoman period, around 400 years ago. Built by Ahmad Pacha al-Redwan, the governor of Gaza, in 1598, these rooms served as places of worship for Sufis and dormitories for mosque servants. Today, one serves as the office of the mosque's director and a room for female guardians, while the other is reserved for the mosque's imams. We're now standing at Bab Hitta, the central gate in the northern wall. This gate holds special significance, named after a verse in Surah Al-Baqarah, "Enter the gate humbly and say, 'Relieve us of our burdens.'" The current design dates to 1187 AD, when Saladin liberated Jerusalem from the Crusaders. Notice the olive trees surrounding us. Their oil once illuminated the mosque's lamps. As we walk through the northern area, between these ancient olive trees, you'll see a remarkable octagonal structure, the Dome of Sulaiman. Some say it was named after the Umayyad Caliph Sulaiman bin Abdul Malik, while others attribute it to Prophet Sulaiman. Look closely at its unique design. 24 marble pillars support the dome, with 18 windows providing natural light and ventilation. Inside, you'll find a natural rock from Mount Beit al-Maqdis, leading some historians to call it the Small Dome of the Rock. We're now entering the northern corridor, built during the Mamluk period. Before you stands the impressive Jokandariya school, established in 1340 AD by the king of Al-Jokandar. Notice its stunning facade built in the Ablaq style, with interlacing red and white stones, a hallmark of Mamluk architecture. To its left is the Asadiya school, founded by the merchant Majd al-Din Abdalghani al-Asadi, known for its beautiful interior decorations and coloured stones. Here we find ourselves in the longest arcade of the mosque, stretching from Bab al-Gawanima to Bab al-Maghriba. Built in 1336 AD under Sultan Muhammad bin Qalun, this corridor features the Ibrahim al-Rumi fountain, constructed 600 years ago. Take note of the beautiful benches, particularly the Jarkas al-Nasiri bench, with its exquisite Mamluk mihrab. Before us stands the crown jewel of Al-Aqsa's fountains, the Qaytbai Fountain. This masterpiece, reconstructed in 1482 AD, showcases the finest craftsmanship in all of Palestine. Its stone dome features intricate decorations in cream and pink, exemplifying the Ablaq style. To this day, it continues to provide refreshment to visitors, just as it has for centuries. Now we arrive at the magnificent Dome of the Rock, commissioned by Umayyad Caliph Abdul Malik bin Marwan. Construction began in 685 AD and took 7 years to complete, funded by Egypt's entire tax revenue for that period. The supervision fell to Raja bin Haywa from Baisan and Yazid bin Salam, a citizen of Jerusalem. This architectural marvel was built to encompass the noble rock, the summit of Mount Beit al-Maqdis. Let's examine the remarkable engineering of this structure. The design incorporates 3 geometric circles transformed into architectural elements. The dome rests on 4 stone supports and 12 pillars, arranged in perfect harmony around the rock. Notice the 16 windows providing natural light and ventilation, and the exquisite mosaic decorations adorning the interior. Below the sacred rock lies the Al-Maghara cave, measuring 4.5 square meters with a height of 3 meters. At its ceiling, you'll notice a circular opening. On the southern wall, observe 2 historic prayer niches. The oldest dates to the Seljuk period, known as Solomon's Mihrab, while the western niche, called David's Mihrab, was built during the Ayyubid era. Here we find the revered locker from the Ayyubid period, housing precious relics. Within its marble and iron framework lies a piece of rock bearing what tradition holds as the Prophet's footprint. The upper section contains 2 hairs from the Prophet's beard, donated during Ottoman Sultan Ahmed's reign in 1609. We're now at the southern door of the Dome of the Rock, also known as the Gate of the Two Qiblas. This name reflects its position between the first Qibla, the Rock, and the second Qibla, Mecca. Notice the beautiful verses from Surah Al-Baqarah inscribed above, discussing the change of Qibla direction. Before us stands the historic Al-Aqsa Fountain, featuring a circular pool with 20 taps for ablution. Built in 1329 AD by Governor Tanqiz al-Nasiri, it's surrounded by beautifully coloured stone seating. Notice the Ottoman-era benches flanked by cypress trees, once hosting scholarly gatherings. We've reached the largest roofed building in Al-Aqsa's compound. When Caliph Omar conquered Jerusalem in 637 AD, he ordered this area to be cleaned and established a simple prayer hall. It was later expanded by the Umayyad Caliph Abdul Malik bin Marwan to its current magnificent scale. Step inside this impressive space, measuring 50 meters wide and 72 meters long. Notice the 7 corridors, with the middle being the widest, crowned by an Egyptian arabesque ceiling. Look closely at the ancient plant mosaic at the corridor's end, crafted over a millennium ago. This space has evolved through centuries of Islamic history. Omar bin al-Khattab's initial wooden structure held 1,000 worshippers, while Caliph Muawiyah's renovation expanded it to accommodate 3,000. And even though the Crusaders divided it into offices and knights' quarters, Salahuddin restored it to its glory in 1187. Before us stands the masterpiece known as Nur al-Din's pulpit, an exact replica of the original created in 1169 AD. The original, tragically destroyed in the 1969 fire, was crafted from cedar wood inlaid with ivory and ebony, assembled without nails or glue. To its left stands Salah al-Din's mihrab, installed after Jerusalem's liberation from the Crusaders. We're now at the site of Jerusalem's largest wells, the Black Well and Lake Well, which historically supplied water to the entire city. Below this courtyard lies the vast Al-Mawani prayer hall, which was restored in 1996 to preserve this sacred space from being seized by the occupation forces. Before us stands the Eastern Gate of Mercy, sealed for centuries. Its name derives from verse 13 of Surat al-Hadid, and tradition holds it will remain closed until the end of time. The companions of the Prophet, peace be upon him, Ubadah bin al-Samit and Shaddad bin Aws, lie buried in the cemetery outside. This magnificent Umayyad-era gate showcases the finest architectural craftsmanship. Descending 27 steps, we reach 2 beautifully decorated doors leading to a vast hall. Notice the 2 enormous pillars, the largest in all of Palestine. This space once housed the Nasrid school, where Imam al-Ghazali wrote his famous work, Ihya Ulum al-Din. Bab Al Rahma is located next to the eastern wall of Al-Aqsa Mosque. It is the only gate in the east. The gate was built in its current form and decoration in the Umayyad era. The occupation forces have been enforcing restrictions on this gate and have closed the gate for the public. It was forced open, cleaned, and restored by the efforts of the people of Jerusalem and worshippers at Al-Aqsa. Today it stands as a symbol of resilience and existence of the will of the Palestinian people and their claim to their land and holy sites. Our tour concludes at the Eastern Arcade, offering a breathtaking view of the ancient olive groves and the Mount of Olives beyond. This vantage point provides a perfect perspective to appreciate the harmonious blend of natural beauty and sacred architecture that makes Al-Aqsa Mosque truly unique. If you found this tour meaningful and enlightening, we kindly ask you to support our mission of preserving and sharing the memories of Palestine. Please take a moment to like this video to show your appreciation. Leave a comment sharing your thoughts and insights. Subscribe to our channel to stay connected with more such journeys. Consider donating to our project, Memories from Palestine, to help us continue documenting and sharing these invaluable stories. Together, we can keep the memories, history, and spirit of this sacred place alive. Thank you for being a part of this journey.